Welcome to Earth.
10,000 subscribers. We have 10,000 subs. I never thought I'd ever get there for this show. I never could imagine that. It's because of you guys. You tell your friends about the show, you tell your family, you post it on Facebook and Twitter and all your favorite forums, and it's so awesome. You guys have no idea how happy this makes me. And Greg and Carlos, we come together each week and we say, how can we make the show bigger and better for you guys? And we do it somehow, and you guys are so great. And in honor of that, in honor of Carlos as well, I want you guys to rewatch all of our videos. Here's what I want you guys to do. Rewatch one of our videos based on your favorite artwork that Carlos has done, and leave the comment, this artwork is my favorite because, and leave something awesome. It's really great, it's your favorite game, it brings back childhood memories, whatever you feel best. Based on our decision, one lucky winner will win a free copy of Super Meat Boy, Banjo-Kazooie, and Mega Man X, all with signatures from myself, Greg, and Carlos. I will announce the winner in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned to find out if you won. So once again, guys, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts here at The Completionist, and with that in mind, there's only really one word left to say. Yes!
Brave Fencer Musashi Den. Did you say Brave Fencer Sushi? Hell yeah!
今週のコンプリーショニストへようこそ。あれ？いつの間に日本語喋れてんの？
よっしゃ！クマ！
Brave Fencer Musashi, also known as Musashi. This is one of those ancient games to stem from the golden era of Squaresoft that definitely needed more praise than it received. I, like most people, knew about this game because I had bought Final Fantasy VIII, and everyone who bought Final Fantasy VIII got a demo of Brave Fencer Musashi.
But Beatman, you do not know the way of the samurai. You have dishonored your father. You hurt my head off.
First off, this game isn't so much about samurais as you think, Greg, and second, that's just incredibly inappropriate.
You dishonor your father!
Many years ago, in the kingdom of all you can eat.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, I wish I was.
Well, alright then.
Many years ago, in the kingdom of all you can eat, an evil force known as the Wizard of Darkness was reigning terror, trying to take over the planet. But by the power of Lumina, the Sword of Luminescence, he was defeated by the legendary Brave Fencer Musashi. Precisely 150 years later, an entity known as the Thirst Quencher Empire.
So original! I love it!
Yeah, empires can be thirsty.
Yeah, I know.
The emperor of said empire, Falatsky, is set on getting Lumina and the 5 scrolls of elements: earth, wind, fire, water, and sky. Rumor has it that unlimited power is granted to whomever obtains Lumina, the 5 scrolls, and defeats the protectors of the scrolls, the Scroll Guardians. The Emperor has many different peons throughout the story that act as major catalysts for many boss fights and plot points throughout the story, so be prepared to meet lots of interesting characters. The kingdom of all you can eat is then under attack from the Empire as the Empire wants to try and retrieve Lumina. The princess, Princess Filet,
Filet-O-Fish! McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwich! Oh, Filet-O-Fish! It's healthier than hamburger Filet-O-Fish! I'm gonna get me a Princess Filet-O-Fish sandwich!
Princess Filet then uses a spell called Hero Summon to bring a hero to help her in the kingdom. Suddenly, a little boy known as Musashi appears. Now apparently this small version of Musashi is not the one from many years ago, but rather it's him reincarnated. Legend has it that Musashi will save the day once more. Although this Musashi is very resilient because, well, he's been summoned from a completely different world to defend this one. While on his quest to go out and get Lumina, the princess then gets captured, and now it's up to Musashi to restore power to Lumina by collecting the scrolls, defeating the Guardians, and stopping the Empire. Our small hero Musashi goes out on his epic quest to prove to everyone that he definitely is more than what meets to the eye. Greg, I said more than meets the eye. Greg, more than meets the eye.
Transformers, more than meets the guy. Fly fish!
Brave Fencer Musashi brings that Jackie Chan anime lifestyle to the 3D realm of the PlayStation 1. Now at this point we've had other Square titles such as Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII that were both graphically very impressive, so Brave Fencer Musashi should be up to par. But that anime style works really well for what's going on here.
If I had to complain about the graphics, I would say that in conjunction with the gameplay, a lot of glitches and errors happen based on bad platforming mechanics, but luckily, getting the armor pieces for Musashi later on helps fix that issue. Of course, this is a Squaresoft game, so the music's going to be beautiful, it's going to be memorable, and you're going to love listening to every single track along the way. I mean, sometimes I would just find the excuse to go visit the castle just so I can rock out to that heroic theme. The voice acting and the comedic writing for this game go hand in hand very nicely, yet for whatever reason, all the females keep using the word like, and it gets very annoying very quickly. It reminded me of a bunch of 13-year-old girls just talking, and not necessarily at anyone either.
Oh my god, Brian, it's like so she's like, it's all over the like, oh my like.
Collecting the 5 scrolls really shows off the great potential of environmental manipulation within this game. You cannot progress at certain parts of this game without using one of the 5 scrolls. Now, the Earth Scroll performs earthquakes, which usually knocks boulders over or clears a path for you. The Water Scroll gives you the water shield and the ability to shoot water as well as walk on water. The Fire Scroll lets you shoot fire like a flamethrower. The Wind Scroll allows you to power through particularly strong wind patterns through tunnels in order to get to certain areas. And the Sky Scroll literally lets you hover. One of the best moments in this game that really shines to me, in terms of setting a fun tone, is right in the beginning moments when you finally retrieved Lumina. Square takes a page from Indiana Jones and you are suddenly being chased by a big head statue. Not quite a boulder, but it's close enough. There was just something so fun about that boulder head thing trying to kill me via lasers moments before, and now it's still trying to kill me while I'm running from it. And yet, while I'm running, there still was never that really big sense of danger, but I still felt pretty badass just running from it. Brave Fencer Musashi is an action RPG that focuses heavily on ability manipulation to solve puzzles, battle enemies, and the general heroic antics of saving lives.
Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to 0.
I'm pretty sure Captain Planet didn't do any of those things.
Yeah, well, he should've. We would've loved an RPG about Captain Planet and the Planeteers.
Alright, yeah, you're okay, Greg.
I don't want to be hard. Screw that! Worst thing ever!
The game splits itself into chapters as the story develops, giving you a feel of progression. And luckily for us, this isn't one of those games that if you didn't do something in chapter 3, let's say, then you're screwed for not doing it for chapter 5.
I don't play very many games, but man, that's incredibly annoying when games do that.
There's 2 kinds of zones in this game, combat zones and the town zones. Majority of this game will have you playing in combat zones, but you will be paying lots of visits to the town in order to buy items or to do certain deeds for people. A fun element in regards to gameplay is sleep. Sleep is required in order for Musashi to perform 100% at his best. What's fun too is that certain stores, quests, people to speak with, monsters, and events only occur at particular times, so using that sleep function really helps to speed up the process.
Wait. This game requires you to sleep? I love this game! I love sleeping! Yeah!
Before you even get Lumina, you are actually given your primary sword known as Fusion. Fusion is a short blade that possesses the power to absorb enemies and use its abilities. This is one of those key elements in regards to solving puzzles and battling certain enemies. From hopping over vines to curing poison itself to just unloading a crap ton of bullets, absorbing abilities becomes one useful tool. Upon your journey to finding the 5 scrolls, you will encounter several pieces of junk and treasure that must be identified by the appraiser, but you'll learn soon enough that you can actually end up finding the 6 pieces of legendary armor. The armor set consists of the legendary belt, which lets you double jump, the legendary goggles, which lets Musashi appraise items on his own, the legendary shoes, which allows Musashi to walk on tough surfaces, the legendary vest speeds up time needed to build up a guard gauge for special attacks, and the quilt, which decreases the amount of time needed for sleep. I actually made a little mistake. There is 6 armor pieces, but I left one out. One's the L bracelet, which allows you to climb on walls using both Lumina and Fusion, which is really cool. But what I also forgot to mention is that you actually get 7, but you can't actually have all 7. You have to choose between one. You either can choose the quilt or the gloves. Now in my case, I chose the quilt to kind of make things easier when I rest. However, you can get the L gloves, which allow you to do more critical damage to enemies. You'll notice that you've got an HP meter and a BP meter. BP essentially is MP for moves you absorb with Fusion. Like Mega Man X and Super Metroid, Brave Fencer Musashi also gives that great feeling of progression for character growth. From the start, you've got a very small HP and BP gauge, but by the end of the game, you'll have more than enough to make you feel stronger. What I really love about Brave Fencer Musashi is the process of expanding both HP and BP meters. In order to expand your HP, you must find the last 13 of a race called the Minku, who in my opinion looks a lot like baby Moogles. If you pick them up and throw them, they will give you a berry, which then increases your HP. In order to increase your BP, you've got to do a bit more than just pick up a cute animal and throw it.
I gotta have my weekly dose of animal abuse.
According to the kingdom, 35 people of the kingdom's finest have gone missing. They've been kidnapped and turned into Bincho fields, which are blue crystals that fuel the empire. Using Lumina, you can save these people, and by the time you've saved all 35, not only do you have more than enough BP, but you can learn a handful of fresh new moves like combos and glide attacks and such. You can even upgrade Fusion to become stronger. Speaking of stronger, you actually gain levels based on how far you've traveled, how many times you've used Lumina, how many times you've used Fusion, and how much damage you've inflicted on enemies. Leveling up these elements help you do more damage as well as be able to take more damage, and they're all fairly easy to level up. There is a toy store in town that, while not that important, sells toys based on characters you've met and enemies you've fought. Although an incredibly minor part in regards to the game's progression, collecting all of the action figures is important in order to receive 100% completion. The special series action figures are only available when certain tasks are met, such as collecting every single treasure in the game, finding all the Minkus, fighting the Mama Minku, to even finding all the Bincho fields. You can't even get 100% on the first playthrough no matter what you do, because in order to unlock some of those last action figures, you have to beat the game once. The hunt for the scrolls usually take place in some type of temple or dungeon. These areas are plenty long and difficult, but they're still very fun. The boss fights at the end of these areas are fantastic. For each scroll in this game is a corresponding crest guardian whose job is to protect said scroll. Which kinda sucks because I really wish they had more bosses. But then again, there were those hugging gargoyles.
Hug time! Everybody hug! Hugs for everyone! Yay, hug! I like hugs.
Alright, so you've leveled up all your stats, you've purchased all the action figures, you've collected all the treasure chests, you've collected all the Minkus, you've defeated the Mama Minku, you've saved all the people in the Bincho fields, you've collected all 6 pieces of armor, and you've gotten 4 out of the 5 scrolls in the final chapter. It's time to man up and finish this beast! After collecting the final scroll, you then go into the Empire's flying ship known as Soda Fountain.
Damn it! I want a soda!
This is one of the most badass levels in gaming history because you really get to show yourself off in regards to what you've learned, using all the scrolls, using fusion when necessary, and it's pretty damn lengthy, giving you a lot of different boss fights and a great feel of closure when you finally reach the end. It turns out that the final Crest Guardian is on the ship itself, and after you've killed it, it is then revealed that Musashi actually has done the opposite of saving the day, but he's actually brought destruction upon the planet. The Crest Guardians were binded to protect the scrolls because the original Brave Fencer Musashi actually sealed away the Wizard of Darkness in Lumina itself, and this Musashi went out of his way and destroyed the Crest Guardians, and now the Wizard is free to go ahead and destroy the planet. Well, we're not gonna let that happen, are we? To 100% complete this game, you need to acquire all of the action figures available in this game. But like I said, it's impossible to get all of them until you've beaten the game once. Once you've beaten the game, you can then save the game file and you're transported back to the beginning of Chapter 6. If you go back to the toy store, you can now buy the remaining action figures. And once you've got the action figures again, it's time to beat the boss a second time. Unfortunately, the bonus of 100% for this game is not really worth it. When you beat the game, you are then given a nice picture from the entire crew of Brave Fencer Musashi that says, "Perfect, thanks for playing."
That's all? I'm gonna make a sandwich now!
ブレイブフェンサー武蔵と言われば
Alright, you know what? I've had enough! Is it gone? I think we're okay. Brave Fencer Musashi is quite possibly one of the most underrated RPGs to stem from Squaresoft during the Golden Era. Now they did release a sequel, but I never heard anything about it, nor did I ever get to play it. With that in mind, this game gets my completionist rating of... finish it.
済ましなさい
Yeah, what he said with the, complete, the fit, I don't speak Japanese, okay?
That's all the time I have for today, guys, so please, as always, leave a positive or negative comment in the box below. Don't forget to leave game suggestions for the future of the show, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter if you like, and send me stuff. I got a P.O. box, so you can send me stuff. You want like artwork, or a hug. This is the best hug! This is the best hug I've ever received. Now if you excuse me, guys, I'm gonna take a nap. Hey, Philip.
Transformers, nothing meets the guy. Transformers, robots in disguise. Nah, they're the Transformers. They're gonna turn into cars and kill you too. Filet of fish and McDonald's too. I kinda got away from that one. I kinda let that one get away from me. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. To this episode, I'm so hungry. I feel like I eat everything in my house. Stay away from me, cat. I'm gonna eat you, cat. Come here, cat. I'm gonna eat you, Transformer cat. Woo! Play a fish.